Everyone, my name is Anton Eitzinger. I'm a scientist at the Alliance Biodiversity International Fiat. Unfortunately, I can not be part of the today's launch meeting in person because of the time difference, so I send you my presentation as a video recording. I am part of the team working on the identification of the Android-based application for the project. So I will tell you a little bit how we did in the pre-project phase, selecting what type of technology we're going to use for this project. The mobile application approach for the Restoration Challenge grant platform should follow these main principles. We started from that beginning. So we wanted to leverage existing experiences within the alliance, but also within other partners that are working in the same sector, using an existing backend with a modular approach, using also an approach that is focusing on usability for smallholder communities, and using backend and data model that allows interoperability with other systems. Um, Therefore, we focused on two apps that has been developed within the alliance by Biodiversity International and SEAT. So one is the Seeded app that has been developed as a project for making seed collections, and on the GeoPharma app that is has been developed for monitoring and evaluation of climate action in the different regions globally. And we will combine these two apps and use also local mobile payment systems and integrate for the monitoring steps a blockchain system. So in our pre-project phase last year, we carried out a workshop with experts that are working on different solutions for mobile restoration monitoring. So we had a discussion with them and basically to find out what are the main barriers or what are constraints in using mobile apps for tree restoration. So part of this expert workshop were colleagues from the Alliance, but also colleagues from our partner center eCraft, from EcoSia and from Open Forest. The main outcomes of this workshop, we identified the biggest challenges that these partners have found when they were piloting mobile phone applications for tree restoration. So first of all, it's very important to find a way how to make people use the app and getting quality data from the monitoring. So it needs a lot of capacity building and tutorials and accompaniment of the users doing the registration. Secondly, how can we validate data input to avoid errors during data collection and monitoring? And also very relevant for post-project phases, how is the app's sustainability strategy to make it also function when the project ends? So more general, what are the principles for developing the mobile interface for this project? So we want to build on existing platform. It will also be available after the project ends. We focus on usability and users with low digital literacy. Use a human-centered design and co-creation process for the app functionalities. We use gamification to stimulate usage through gamified incentives for ground truthing and community-based monitoring of restored areas. And we want to implement country-specific payment systems for mobile money and transfer from co-investors to farmers. And leverage blockchain technology to pilot and provide an integrated monitoring of the collection, nursery stage, and planting process. And finally, we want to add also other community services as incentives, like sharing information each other to improve knowledge around the tree restoration, tutorials, best practice for tree restoration, but also for management of trees, training materials, and visuals. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we use the backend or the main system of GeoPharma app to develop these new functionalities for the project. So we propose to adapt this technology, which is basically focusing on peer-to-peer feedback on moderated channels. It uses a module for data collection, service, and forms with the question tree logic in channels. And it uses also additional tools for like a farm calculator, mapping, and other functionality. This app has been developed and improved since 2016. It was used as a main data collection tool for the climate smart monitoring framework that was carried out on 18 different sites globally, implemented in 14 countries. This is basically our sites. They are called climate smart villages, where farmers work together with experts on testing and trialing climate smart agriculture. So we use geopharma there for monitoring indicators on the effects of the uptake of these practices. What is our time schedule, and what are the development steps and activities that we have for this project? So geopharma will be used, and we will first of all do the specification of backend functionalities and extend them. We will work on a new app interface that will distinguish between the use by farmers and use by facilitators, so to adjust them to their specific needs. So there will be a focus on human-centered design of the user interface, and then we will do the actual development of this new interface and piloting the new mobile app with the seed collectors and farmers planting the trees on their farms. In parallel, we will start this year by doing a selection of what is the best blockchain technology that will help us and serve our purposes that we have for monitoring. And then in the second step, we will do the development and integration of blockchain technology into the geopharma app environment. And we will integrate the different payment systems and use their APIs to make a payment possible within this new developed app. And in parallel, we will start from the first year doing usability tests and system improvements throughout the full duration of the project. Thank you, and I will stop here.